When I came here first, I was absolutely intrigued by this little subculture of history that is that was and is prevalent in the island. And there was no cable TV, there was no internet in those times, and so the entertainment was sitting and listening to the older heads talking, and a lot of the information that I gleaned from them were about the early explorers, particularly Arthur Mitchell Hedges, who came here, and he was not an archaeologist. Mitchell Hedges was an explorer, and he managed to get funding, to buy a boat and do trips. And everybody here, the older heads especially, who are dead, most of them, they would always talk about Mitchell Hedges having got a golden image from a cave, which is down towards the mangroves, which we call the Mitchell Hedges Cave. He got this golden image, but he didn't find it. Apparently, someone else found it. A native from Helene found it. And when they saw that he was interested in what was inside the cave, they took this golden image to show him, and he changed it for a sack of flour. That's the legend. It's an urban legend. We don't know how true it is. The same can be said of the crystal skull. The crystal skull. It was rumored to have been found here in Helene. There are only 7 of them. They've since done Kodak studies on the crystal, and they found that they're not, that they're fake. But there are several studies too that say that they are real. They're out of a material that is not of this earth. But people in Helene claim that he did find the crystal skull here. But there again, there are stories that say that he found it in Lubantun in Belize. A lot of times archaeologists would divert attention. They would find it in one place and say that they found it somewhere else because they didn't want someone else to get on their favorite little digs. So that could be the case. We do know though that Helene and talking to the older people here in those days, those early days before they died off. I mean, they were all those older people. In fact, 2 of the people who are mentioned by William Feacham, 2 of them I knew. It was Cleveland Bodden and Marwick Bodden. Marwick Bodden was known as Mr. Butterfly, which I really love that name. And they accompanied William Feacham, who was paid by Cambridge. It was a Cambridge grant, university grant. He came in 1939, and he was sponsored also by Lord Guinness, who was Lord Moyne, actually, who was Walter Guinness, and they claim that Helene had a sacred purpose. And we do know from early Spanish conquistador writings that there were 3 spiritual shrines for the Pech Indians, the Paya Indians. One of them was Trujillo, we know that. And there was another one that was 30 leagues west of Trujillo. We're not sure where that is. It could be Balfate. It could be. We're not completely sure where that one was. But then the other one, they said, the 3rd shrine was located 15 leagues to the north of Trujillo on an island. It said his writing said on an island. This was written in 1527, so it was 25 years after Christopher Columbus first landed. Well, he didn't land, but he first explored and recognized Guanaja, and that has been something that has not been established where that idol was. It was either because 15 leagues north of Trujillo corresponds to either Plan Grande Plan Grande site in Guanaja, or Helene. And there is a lot of evidence here that this could have been that holy place, that shrine that had the third idol. And a lot of the older heads, they tended to think that as well, and that's what I think. I think that Helene was where that third shrine was located.